Okay, I'm just gonna give a brief overview of how I put this new auto kicker in. Everybody knows this is the original. I bought this when I got this machine. It didn't have any auto kicker at all. It was missing. So I bought this and I was gonna install it, but the whole bottom of this thing has got a bunch of holes where you can tell the previous owner tried to get something to work, and there was not going to be enough integrity in this wood to hold this anymore. So I bought the stern, kind of similar to what's in the Star Wars. I bought a stern kicker off of Pinball Life. It's like 60 bucks. Came with the coil, which I didn't need. Also has the switch. It's already built in. So you just take the old switch, and the old switch, I set it over here somewhere. Oh, here it is. You can see it had been all bent to crap, but it's basically the same switch. You just add the wires and put your diode in and it's ready. So we'll take a look. There you go. All right, so I'm going to open the hood and kind of show you everything I had to do to get this plunger, the auto plunger to fit. So if somebody else decides to do it, they'll kind of know. There is some modification you have to do. It's not that bad. So anyway, hang tight and I'll show you guys how we did it. Okay, first I'm going to start with the top side. As a matter of fact, we'll start with this plastic cover. This part right here, if you'll notice, I had to kind of well it out. And the reason being is because this hit in the shooter lane. It was catching this. So there's some mods you have to make to this at the top. And then this, so I just want to kind of show you how I had to make that thinner so it wouldn't hit. So that was first thing. And this, you'll notice I kind of took a little bit of a moon out on this. And also there's an edge, like I had to kind of shave this entire edge off. So that also kept it from hitting the plastic part that was on the top. You also have to bend these fins in some because they're too far out. All right, and the reason I took this moon part out is because the plunger just very little clearance and it was actually catching right there. So there was two things I had to do to get this to quit doing that, and I'll show you the other one we lift. But that's everything that was kind of done from the top side. Okay, so here's where the meat of most of the work is on the bottom side. The first thing you'll notice is I put a spacer. These are Lexan. I cut out a piece of Lexan, drilled a couple of holes in it. It's like, I think, 1/16 of an inch thick. That raises the play field up, which also gives you a little more clearance for the regular plunger to go underneath this auto plunger, because I did have problems with it hitting. So by shaving this out and also raising it up, it allows the plunger to fit nicely right there. And to keep it from hitting the plastic apron on the top, I shaved an angle off here just a little bit. And then also, so it would freely move all the way forward, I had to shave a small piece off of the bottom of the rail here. Before I put it in, I used a Sharpie and just kind of drew around this so I could get an idea of how much I was going to have to shave off of this with a grinder. And then I put it down and kind of made a mark, took it away, took it off, then kind of took the grinder and cut it out, drilled a couple of extra holes so I could get, just a couple of extra screws in it. Then put this back, put it back in place. I had to shave it a couple of times to get this to fit so it could go in its original position. I didn't feel like trying to move this. Much easier to just kind of grind this out. So once we got that, and then we got a nice strong kicker. And the other thing I had to do, because this original switch of course this is the new switch that is already mounted on this mechanism. The original switch was back here, so the wires were too short, so I had to extend the wires to get them up to this new switch. So I just put a couple of new wires in and put some heat shrink on it. And but it should give me years of service. I mean, this thing is nice and stable now. And I think it's a good investment for 60 bucks to not have to worry about the auto kicker. Anyway, that's pretty much the whole project. Took 3 to 4 hours, and a little bit of work with a grinder and a Dremel. But I think it's going to be worth it. All right, guys, good luck.